Now, the first thing you need to do is decide what niche you're going to go into. Now, there's plenty of niches out there. There's almost as many niches as you could possibly think of, and then probably a few more that you couldn't think of. There are literally hundreds of thousands of different niches. Think of any particular interest, anything at all that anyone could be interested in. That's a niche. Karate, dog training, teaching your dog tricks, how to grow roses, how to make snowmen, how to keep cockroaches, worm farming, LCD TVs. All of these are niches. So first of all, you've got to pick a niche that you want to get involved in. Now, I would recommend that if you're very, very new to this, you pick a niche that you know something about. Something you have a little bit of passion about, something you're interested in. And the reason being, it's simply going to be easier for you to get going. You know, if you know nothing about worm farming, for example, you're going to find it very difficult to start a website and create a business based around worm farming. Unless you're highly motivated, you will struggle because you don't know anything about the subject. You've got to research it, you've got to understand it, and you've got to learn all about it before you can do anything. So a lot of people find it much easier to start with a product that is related to something they know about. So if you are if your hobby is karate, you may want to look at the karate specific niche. You know, maybe selling the uniforms, training videos, books, something like that. If you're interested in gardening, perhaps you can create something around that. It's just for the first 2 or 3, it's much easier to do that because you've got a passion for it, you know something about it, and it's easier to get going and keep motivated. And that's important because it means that you're going to follow through. If you don't do this and you go into something weird and wonderful, quite often you get bored, you don't really understand it, and you just end up leaving it and not doing any more. It's as simple as that. So, you know, you need to make sure that you pick a niche that you're at least vaguely interested in. Now, where can you find niches? Here's one of my favourite places on the planet, Amazon. Now, you can go to Amazon.com, or you could look in your local country one. It depends on whether you are wanting to go for a global market or a specific country market. Now, you can see here we've got a list of the best sellers, we've got the highest rated products, the newest releases, what's moving and shaking in their bestsellers list, what people are asking for as gifts, and what people are wanting for. All of these are very useful places to find out niches. You know, now obviously you can do a search through Amazon as normal, but you may say, well, I want to find something that's selling well and something that's really popular. So, you know, we can look through the first screen here and shock horror. There's the Kindles. That's not really a surprise. We see here in cameras, we've got a few cameras there. Now this one's got very good. Now in Amazon we tend to look for good reviews. So they've all got good reviews. You know, you've got some jeans there. That's good. Books I wouldn't bother, not enough margin. And then here we have, interesting enough, the Xbox Live memberships are very popular. So that's quite interesting. So what you do is you'd look through. Let's just pick this camera. Yeah, you can scroll through all the categories here on the left hand side to your heart's desire and just look through and find something you like. Now this has got what's that, about 4.5 stars out of 5 out of 519 rating, so that's very, very good. Price wise, it's what, about $500 something, so you start off at 4% commission. So if you sold one of these at the lowest rate, you'd be on about $22 commission, so that's not too bad. And you can scroll through, so there's options there, and then you, as you go through, you can see there's more things about it. So this is one place you could probably go to find some information and find some niches if you wanted to. Now there are other places like Commission Junction. There's places like Linkshare, Share a Sale, and so on. All of these are places you could use to promote, to find something to promote. So there's plenty of different options there for physical products, but you can also look at digital products. So you could go to ClickBank, and let's go search the marketplace, or you could look at websites you're a member of. Maybe if you're a member of MasterReselleRights.com, you could become an affiliate for them and promote that and earn money from it. Now we can see here there's a lot of products. ClickBank is big. It's very, very big. There's tens of thousands of products on there, hundreds of thousands of affiliates, and you know there's a lot that you could do here. And then all we need to do is look down here to find categories you're interested in. So let's look at health and fitness. There you can see there's many different categories. Let's go into meditation, for example. Let's have a look in there, see what that's got to say for itself. There you are. You can see there's various products in here that you could promote. Now you can look at things like the gravity. This tells you, gives you a rough idea of how popular it is, but it can be manipulated. It's not the best. Here it tells you how much you get per sale. So this one here, you only get $10 a sale, so that's not a lot. But this one here, you get 45. So that's pretty much better. And there you are. You can see there's various things as you go through that tells you what you can find, what you can earn. So very good. You can just scroll through here, and all you do is look through the different categories and just find something that you're interested in. Go and check out the web page, go and do some searches about the product, see what the reviews are. You know, if I pick anything from ClickBank, I would always go and do some research on the product to make sure it's high quality and people aren't saying bad things about it. I don't want to spend my time and effort promoting a product that's on here to find that nobody's interested in it, nobody's buying. So you know, you have to consider that. It's very, very important. But you can just go through here and pick a niche. At the end of the day, there's thousands and thousands of niches here on the internet, and you could literally do any of them. You know, people make money in cockroach and worm farming. People make money in the make money niche. People make money in the diet niche. People make money in every niche you can imagine, and quite a few that will never even cross your mind. There is massive potential out there. So your first step is to just find something you're interested in. Find something that lights your fire, gets you a little bit excited, and you think, yeah, you know what, I could do a website on that. It'd be good fun to do. And once you've got your niche, you're ready to move on to the next step.